How to use the pen tool. We're going to cut the beer bottle out from the background. There are other ways you can use. You can use the magic wand tool or quick selection tool. You can use the select subject tool as well. Each tool has their own little idiosyncrasies. I do prefer, especially on items that have hard straight edges, to use the pen tool, and that's what we're going to show you today. In the pen palette there's quite a few different options. There's the pen tool itself, then there's a freeform pen tool, which I don't even know why it's there. I wouldn't bother looking at it. You can actually add links, add anchor points, and delete anchor points, and the curvature point tool. Most of all these can be done through the pen tool, and just use a few different shortcut key commands. So with the pen tool, it's a very simple thing. Just zoom into our bottle a little bit here. We'll just come across the cap here, and the trick to using a pen tool is just by placing the pen tool down the cursor, click, and just a little bit of a drag. I'm going to go, I'll just zoom in a little bit more, make it a bit easier so you can see it. So it's just click and drag. So I don't take my finger off the mouse when I'm doing this. I'm just going to click and drag. We'll just come around here, click and drag. Now I'm just going to change this point here. I'm going to put my finger on the option and see how the little cursor changed. I can just bend that in like that. And I'm just going to go back now. I've taken my finger off the option button. I'm just going to go around here, around there. It's just a simple thing, just like that. Again, like I said, it's just click and drag, click and drag. That's it. And this bottle, because it was a dark bottle shot on white, it does have a little bit of a furry edge, and we might just cut that furry edge off. And what I'm just going to do is at this point here, I'm just going to actually put my finger on the command button this time, and see how it changes the cursor again. It changes again. I'm just going to drag it in like that, and I'll just come a bit closer so you can see it. See that? I actually can move the point now. And see how that changes when I do that? My finger's on the command button, and when I'm doing that, I'm actually moving the actual both handles. Now if I put my finger on the option button, see how it changes now? See how now I'm actually changing only one of the handles. Okay, let's continue down this bottle. And like I said, we'll try and keep within, not get that fuzzy edge here. I'll just bring that in again. Just all the way down here, just keep clicking. This is fairly straight, not much of a bend here, it's probably a little bit of a bend. Here we go to where the neck of the bottle reaches the body part, and we'll just click and drag again. And we want to keep within this line, because we're actually going to place it on top of a dark background. So if we kept that white highlight that's going around it, which is the edge of the actual bottle itself, we'd get this white line going around the bottle, and I don't think that would look that great. Now the bottle just comes in a bit, and I'm just going to put my finger back on the option button. I'm just going to bring that, see, just that one side of the handle up like that. And I'm just going to drag it all, and this part's fairly straight of the bottle, and just come down all the way down here. That's it, just like this. Now this is a bit tricky down the end here because it's an awful lot, so we might just actually come out a lit, and it might need a bit of photoshopping just to get those edges a little bit darker. Now we'll just cut this bit out here. I'm just big wide drag again. My finger hasn't come off the mouse button, and I'm just going to come to about there, click and drag, and like I said, we might just come on. Now what I'm going to do is put my finger on the option button and just come in a little bit, and I just want to go up onto that darker side. And I might just actually, you know what, I can do this when I'm actually don't have a finger on any of the shortcut keys, and I cover it over a point, anchor point. See how the cursor changes? And I'll just zoom in a bit closer, you can see that. See how it changes into here. If I want to, I can delete the point, or if there's no point there, the cursor changes with a plus sign, and I can add a point into it. Okay, so we've done that, that's great, and I'll just go back here. The pointer selection is still alive, no fingers are on the shortcut keys, and I'm just going to go straight up now. Just zoom out a little bit. And this is a fairly straight part of the bottle, which is great. Here we go, we're back. I'll just come here, the curve starts about there. I'll just come in a little bit more. Just come across the top. I'm just going to try and keep, like I said, within that dark line, so we can actually put it on a dark background as well. And the trick about using a path like this is that we can actually go in and fine tune it if we see that we've missed a part. Or even one of the great things about using this is that once we actually have made a path, we've kept it, it's actually in the path palette, and we can use that for all different things with the actual Photoshop layers. We can actually just fine tune this little bit here, just bring that in a little bit. That's it. That should be a bit better, I think. And you notice here, this is, I can't do much about this. This will be a light area. We'll just fix up this little bit here as well. Okay, now we're just going to zoom out. Now you can see in here on our layer palette, you can see the background. Now we're just going to click into the paths, and there it is there. My working path, what we've just drawn, and I'm going to double click that. And I'm going to save the path. The reason for being, if I've decided to put in another path, it'll overwrite the working path because that's not saved. Now we're just going to zoom out, and you can see the blue line around my bottle. And what we're going to do now is that I'm going to go to my palettes, my layer, layer palette, and I'm just going back here, sorry, my mistake, back to my path palette, and I'm going to make a selection now. My path is selected, make selection, feather radius 0, I want a nice sharp edge when I cut it, and I'm going over to edit, copy, edit, paste. If I go to my layer palette, there's the bottle there. I'm going to click off, on, off, and there's my shot. Now just to see how our handiwork has gone, I'm just going to click on the background. I'm going to add another layer in like that, and we're going to pop in a different color. We might, you know what we might do, we might just select, or find the tool, we'll select the orange color there. Go back into that. Over here is our colors, we can see it. I'm just going to fill the background in with our foreground color, which is the orange, and there's the shot. That didn't work out too bad. You can see down the bottom here where the bottle curves around, we've picked up a little bit of highlight. That can be easily fixed. Because we actually have the mask, I actually can make a selection of the mask and click OK. And because what happens is the mask is around the bottle, I can pick the cloning tool. We'll pick up a smaller brush, and I can just go like this. Oops. Make sure I've got the right one selected. No, I haven't. There we go. I've got that tool. I can just select that, just fill that in a little bit, and no one's going to know that that was highlighted. Do the same to that side there, and no one will know that that was ever a dark spot. And while we're here, we'll just go up the top here. It looks pretty good. I don't see any white areas except for this bit here, which we might just fill in, mainly because we can. Again, it's not going to really hurt the design that much by doing it. Okay, now we just we go up to select, deselect, and there's our shot. I'll just contour that, and that's how that works really well. And our background, and there's our original shot with background and the bottle. That's as simple as that. And what we might do is just push it a bit further. I'm just going to add another layer in. I'll just drag it below our bottle. I'm going to get our paintbrush. I'm just going to make it round about, I think, let me just double check that, a little bit bigger than that. A bit bigger than that. We'll see how that goes. I think about 600. I'll just type in 600, it'll be easier. Okay, and I'll just change my color to black. And I'm just going to dab it. We're just going to put a little bit of color, like a drop shadow in the bottom. That's it. And we'll just change the opacity. That's it, just a bit like that. If we really want to, we can actually just lift it up a little bit, just so it looks like it's, oops, that's a bit odd, in that. And we can just squish it in a bit more and just drag it down, just like that. That's not too bad. And we can change that, adjust it a bit further later on. That'll be okay. Now we're just going to do one other thing, and this is a trick which is really quite good. And what we're going to do is that we're going to add a brightness layer in. Here we go. Levels. And we're just going to bring this layer in across the back. And we're only actually on the actual orange background. We're not affecting the actual bottle itself. Okay, that's not too bad. Because what we're going to do is we're going to select the mask. So I've got using my paintbrush tool. I'm going to make a nice large circle there, and make sure it's on black, and go click like that. And you can see it in my mask, the hole I've cut into it. And what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to go edit, transform, scale, we'll push distort, sorry, and I'm just going to make it really quite large. See this here? Oops. Here, make this quite large. He says, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Quite large. And this works really good for vignetting around different subjects. Could have done that a lot better, but that'll do. And I'm just going to click yes, we want that one. And then we're just going to double click that. Here, click the mask, and I'm just going to change the feathering of our bottle shot. Now if we want to, we can click on that again and just change that a little bit more, and now I've got a nice highlight in the back of the bottle, which kind of matches what the bottle actually has itself behind it, so that works fairly well. And there we go. And that's it. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you very much. Have a lovely day.